Once upon a time, in the inner cities of the UK, kids were allowed to play, free from guns, knives and trouble. Parents would allow their children to mix and play with local kids, and there were play centres, parks, free school activities and discos. If kids were out of line, an adult could easily sort out the situation because then kids had respect for adults. As time went past, a new wave has swept the urban areas and cast a dark cloud over our cities. Youth centres closed down, schools charged for after-hour activities, projects normally held annually for kids were no more. There seemed to be a wider divide between kids and adults. The authorities saved themselves time and money by abolishing activities, but future bored kids with nothing to do came back to haunt them. Now the government is in peril with kiddie violence and social issues spiralling out of control. The police have put together a special force to combat the growth of violent crime amongst our young, but the killers are getting younger, as are their victims. The government and the police admit they need help. Authorities waste no time and start to make contact with key people in the community, hoping to put an end to the virus that is spreading amongst our young. The season is summer. The area is Wandsworth Battersea at the Donington Estate. Here one such man is contacted by the authorities and a meeting has taken place. Malik is aware of the problem the authorities face and has already begun planning a mission. He has a female accomplice by the name of Marie. And between the both of them, hatch up a plan to begin the process of fighting back. Their plan was to get 6 local kids from the area and direct their attention to workshops and put them in front of key figures from the government and the police to form a meeting. The divide between young people and adults has grown over the years, and this type of meeting has never happened before in this area, and the outcome could be explosive. This event could not go undocumented, so the plan was for the chosen ones to help film the whole process of the meeting from what they had learned from the workshops. Kids interested in digital media was essential for this mission to succeed, and they would need to be trained up to take on this mission. So selecting the right tutors was essential. Malik and Marie thought carefully before making the next move and then made a call to this man, BJ. The plan was for BJ to come with his team of tutors and train the chosen one for 6 weeks leading up to the meeting with the head figures. They would get all the basic training to help them and conduct the interviews, edit the footage and design the DVD packaging. This will also include interviewing some local people in the area. BJ and his team meet up with the chosen ones and discuss what lays up ahead. He tells them about their planned mission and what they will have to learn before the big meeting takes place. They haven't much time, so it's time to start. Chosen ones begin their training, taking in as much as they can from the MOAM team. All is filmed as the young ones go through their training. camera and presenting skills, pre-production and legal, graphic design and computer editing are all programmed into the minds of these young titans. Weeks go by and their first assignment is to film and interview the locals. Some go out and conduct the interviews while others shoot cutaways and edit behind the scenes footage. Interviews were conducted on the Dodderton estate. The camera and tripods are set up. The locals are briefed about the questions and the release forms are prepared for them to sign. It looks like these chosen ones are beginning to become professionals at this.
How long have you been living here, Si?
Me, over 36 years.
11 years.
Well, I've lived in Battersea for 27 years and I've been working here now for, about 20.
And what do you think of the estate you live on?
Not great, could do with some improvements.
And what do you think can be done to improve the estate?
Really, I wouldn't be able to suggest it, to be honest. I mean, we could do with some police actually patrolling the estate. What do you think of the youth around here?
I don't blame the youth, I blame the policing.
And why is that? Why do you blame the policing?
There's not enough police around. Community police aren't doing a lot of good, are they?
Some of the youths are a bit, how would I say now, out of place. Just need to know that they are youth and know what it's about.
I'm working at Springfield Hospital with young people at the moment, and I've worked on this estate with young people painting murals and other estates in the area, and in schools as well. I go in schools and work with young people.
Do you think that crime is on a rise?
Oh, definitely.
And what do you think can be done about it to improve it?
The parents need to take more control of their children and stop blaming the system and blaming this and blaming that rather than looking into themselves.
I think they should stop this thing where they get away with it because they're so young. They should abandon that. They've got to bring it down again, isn't it? You know, they think under 18 we're just going to get a slap on the wrist, and I think that's what the trouble is sometimes.
Well, I think they need a community service which have more than one activities in it for them to do to occupy their time, because some of them finish school, they think working is not about it, but find something for them to do, not to keep their mind more occupied and, you know, get off the street, and because they're just bored basically.
You know, it's a case of sorting things out, isn't it, for them, you know, or are they there and they just don't want to go to them? Because I must admit, because my grandchildren don't live on this manor, I don't know if there is any youth things on this, you know, locally and things. You see the youngsters go in the library and that, but once they get over a certain age, they don't want to be sitting in the library, do they?
Yeah, well, I blame them in a way still, where I think they should spend more money on the community and stop save it up for crap things, like going on mad holidays, you know? Don't work out.
What do you think about also the college, which is across the road? How do you feel about the college being knocked down to make new flats?
I think it's so disgusting. It's a historical building. It should be a listed building.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Well, let me tell you something. The rich people that's moved in over here, they've already taken away 3 trees along here, big ones. Now they're going to take away some more, they say. These trees. Because of them people moving in.
Malik and Marie speak to BJ about the development of the chosen ones. Are they ready? The 6 kids won't have a better opportunity to talk to key members of the Metropolitan Police and the government MPs regarding poverty, social issues, lack of activities and gun crime, so they need to be ready.